How's it going, everybody? Johnny Guns Investigates coming to you guys today, Wednesday, December 27th. My God, here we go. Hope you guys had a wonderful Christmas. Mine was awesome. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Now let's get ready to sparkle into a wonderful new year, 2024, guys. Could you believe it? How quick the years go by? 2024 already. Gosh. So we're going to go into a story today that takes place in Georgia and the Bahamian Islands of the Bahamas. This has been going on for a little bit of a cheerleading mama hiring a hitman to kill her husband, former football player. What makes you do something so bad that your wife wants to put you out? Why you have three beautiful young boys. So Lindsay Shiver and Robert Shiver, we want to go back to their high school years, okay? Because now they're in their high 30s. We got 38 years old. So they meet in college over at Auburn University. He's a football player, she's a cheerleader, and that's how they meet. And they start their dating in college, playing ball, cheerleading, developing their life together. And that's where it all begins. So they start dating and developing a love for each other and a passion to where it leads into a marriage. And a marriage that lasted 13 years, guys. 13 years, not just some flip by marriage. They developed three lovely kids and had a great marriage from what their family and friends said. Everybody thought it was the storybook marriage. Two college football athletes. One football athlete, one a cheerleader. She was also an Alabama uh, beauty contest winner. I think she might have won Miss Alabama, if I'm not mistaken. Very pretty girl, cheerleader, wins over this football star whose family is very well to do. And when I mean well to do, guys, private jets, well to do, $1 million homes, things like that. Just golden spoon. So Lindsay knew right from the beginning she was marrying into a family that she'll be set for the rest of her life, regardless, without trying to plan on killing her husband. So, guys, let's sit back tonight, enjoy on a Wednesday, December 27th. Johnny Guns Investigates. Grab yourself a nice hot cup of cocoa, a bourbon, a coffee, whatever you guys enjoy. And let's go ahead and enjoy this story together. We're going to bring a video in a little bit here from Court TV, and we'll go ahead and watch that and then come on and feed off of that. And then let's have some questions, comment, hit the like, subscribe, and let's chat about this story. Come on, guys. You meet in college, you meet your sweetheart, you're living your dream, you're having fun, you're young, you're just hitting into your teen 20s, young adult, and you're cheerleading for a really Auburn University. Come on, that's a school cheerleading, number one cheerleader, and one of the number one players on the team there at Auburn, her husband Robert. What a couple! It's a power team. It's a power couple, and then of course the money. You know, and being married 13 years, developing a life, living in a $2.5 million home in Georgia, and then having a beautiful vacation home in the Bahamas that they fly over in the family's private jet. Yeah, private jet, buddy. They're not on Carnival Cruise Line, they're on their own family's private jet and enjoying a life of luxury. Okay. But the one thing that always ruins a marriage, well, two things, and this is a double decker here because she did them both. So, money, that's what led into everything. Spending the money, high dollar shoes, clothing, the clothing and the shoes and everything in the closets, and allegedly the gambling of $1 million away, and just money spending. He's tired of it, and he's tried. He's tried to talk to her. He's tried to plead with her, but there is no turning her head. She continues on the money spending. And then what comes next when a marriage is failing? Here we go, the adultery. So here she's flying back and forth to going to the Bahamas. And while they're in the Bahamas, what is she doing? She's developing a relationship right there in the Bahamian Islands in the Bahamas at a beach tiki bar local where she goes. They frequently go every day while they're there, or she is by herself, developing a relationship with the bartender. Her feeding a lot of things to him, how much money he can have being with her, how she can take care of him. But there's only one thing in the way. Guys, what could that be? What's in the way of stopping her? This big giant Robert, her husband. So what's the plan? She wants to put into this guy's head, we got to kill him. We got to get rid of him. So she's got this bartender planning now to find a hitman that he can find out there and him to take out Robert, her husband, Lindsay's husband. So that's what happens. They're planning on this to take out Robert. So this bartender can live a beautiful, luxury, rich life with Lindsay. Private jets, mansions, she'll take care of them. Fantasies don't work, okay? You never text, you don't leave a message, you don't put, let's kill him, let's hire a hitman and have everything on the text, send pictures of the husband's picture. Okay? You're pretty much convicting yourself. So, living a life of luxury, okay? She is now hiring a hitman and Terrence, which is her boyfriend, the bartender, to kill her husband, Robert. Things don't go the way they plan. They get caught. They get arrested. This is all in the Bahamas now, not here in our country. This is in the Bahamas. She gets put in jail. She's in jail 19 days. She's serving in this Bahamian jail. And so is the Terrence and also the alleged hitman, which they're up for bond right now, too, to be released. So right now what's going on, okay, because this happened in March. She gets arrested in July, and then she's been in the Bahamian jail now and hasn't seen her kids or her family. So this woman is itching to the judge in the Bahamian island courts to let me out just to go to America, to my country, to see my family for the holidays. So that's what she's trying to fight and argue for now, to get released. They'll put her on a GPS tracking device and have her come home. But Robert, he's not having that, man. He's saying, bullshit, man. I don't want this whack job back here. He's scared of her. I mean, she tried to kill him. She hired a hitman and she has a boyfriend. She's trying to take him away from his family and his kids. So that didn't work out too well, but unfortunately, she did get the okay to come over here to the holidays to see her family. But what do you guys think about this? I mean, here we go. Beautiful start to life, fairy tale marriage, meeting in school, in college, athletes to the fullest. She's one of the cheerleading high ups. He's well-known football star, and they started a life of luxury right from the beginning with the money the family has of his. Okay? It all goes bad. Let's watch this video. We'll come back and talk about it on how the release of the hired hitmen are being bailed out on bond, and now her being there in the Bahamian prison or jail for 19 days, wanting to come back and visit the family. So let's see how this works out, guys. Johnny Guns Investigates on the Wednesday, December 27th. Hit the like. Let's chat, guys. Subscribe, and let's get going, guys. Let's talk about this. This is another woman, or whatever, in a marriage, hiring to kill somebody. She may not be a killer, but she damn sure is a murderer. When you're hiring somebody to murder your husband or anybody, you're not the killer, but you are the murderer. All right, so let's go ahead. We're going to watch this from Court TV, guys, and then tell me what you think, and let's chat and sit back and enjoy whatever it is you're drinking. Now let's go ahead and watch this video. See if I remember how to do all this.
The outside, everything seemed amazing. Former beauty queen and cheerleader Lindsay Shiver married her college sweetheart, Robert. He was a football player at Auburn and came from a family with lots of wealth. Life was good. The good-looking young couple had 3 boys and lived in a $2.5 million home in Thomasville, Georgia. They flew on his family's private jet and had a vacation home in the Bahamas. And that's where this story turns bad. Lindsay allegedly had an affair with a younger man who lived on the islands. Robert found out about it and filed for divorce. Things got nasty. And that's where this story turns really bad. Lindsay, along with her Bahamian boyfriend, are accused of hiring a hitman to kill Robert. Tonight, we are live from the Bahamas as Lindsay and the other 2 men connected to this alleged murder plot are set to be released on bond. We have the latest from court as we investigate the Bahama love triangle. I'm Vinny Politan. Thank you so much for joining us tonight here on Closing Arguments. Great to have you aboard. This case, wow. Let's start with who we're talking about. And this is really an all-American couple we're talking about here. You think about the life, right? You start off as you're going to college together, you meet in college, and things just click, and you end up together. You're good looking, you're young, you're in shape, you've got money, you've got the whole world. The whole world. Man. Like you're living the American dream of what you think about, right? You're gonna, you meet that right person, you start a family together. Money's not an issue. We've got these great vacations and everything else. I mean, they had it all, which is what makes this case so confusing.
Definitely had it all.
It makes it really confusing because you want to peel back the layers and try to understand what went wrong. Why would it go wrong? How could it go wrong? You're at the beginning. If it's like a football game, you're like, at this point in this picture, it's like the beginning of the second quarter. You haven't even gotten to the halftime festivities yet. You have 3 little boys, private jet with the family, flying down to the Bahamas, $2.5 million mansion. Everything's going well. Everything is going well. Which leads us to the question, why? Why did we end up where we are now? Where she's accused of attempting to have him murdered, like the father of your children, taken out, like a mob hit.
Yeah.
I understand divorces get ugly, but at some point you've got to understand that you're not just getting divorced, you have children. Children who need a mom and children who need a dad. Children who will do a lot better if mom and dad, despite whatever differences they have, agree to figure out a way to make this world as good as you can, even though this all-American dream has broken apart. Not the only people getting divorced. Lots of couples coast to coast. It happens. It happens. But why? Why? Why did we get to the point where we got? And then how do you recover from this? I mean, he's fine, right? The plot didn't go through, right? He was not murdered. He's alive. But how do you recover from that? Like the woman that you exchange vows with, the woman who gives birth to the 3 most important things in your life, your 3 little boys, and then she wanted you whacked. What? So how do you recover? How do you put the pieces together? Because the boys are going to be there every day, every night. Got to take care of them. Got to take care of yourself. And this process now just beginning in this case. Matt Johnson, Court TV Crime and Justice correspondent, has more for us tonight in a case that is like a murder plot in paradise.
It is paradise.
Y'all are just doing too much. I can't keep up.
That's Lindsay Shiver's TikTok profile, a self-proclaimed soccer mom of 3, a former pageant queen who married her college sweetheart, Auburn University football player Robert Shiver.
Ever since I left the city, Soldier boy, tell me.
They look like the Instagram picture-perfect family, active and smiling, taking trips to Disney, skiing in Vail, flying on private jets with a family home in the Bahamas. That is where their story takes a turn.
According to prosecutors, the accused agreed to carry out a murder-for-hire plot on the husband of American Lindsay Shiver.
The Shivers spent a lot of happy times in the Bahamas, but in late July, Bahamian authorities arrested Lindsay and charged her with plotting to kill her husband. 2 other local men were also arrested. One was allegedly a man that she was having an affair with. The other, an alleged hitman. And according to the Bahamas Court News, police say that they uncovered the trio's dark secret while investigating a break-in at a bar. They found messages detailing the murder plot on a burglary suspect's phone. Back in April, Robert, a vice president at a life insurance company, filed for divorce after finding out about her affair. Lindsay filed for divorce the very next day. Lindsay and the 2 men were granted bail after Robert did not object to their release. Her bail conditions state that she must remain in the Bahamas and wear an ankle monitoring device.
Court TV crime and justice correspondent Matt Johnson is joining us tonight. Look at this. Down in Nassau in the Bahamas, you know, we haven't had a case down there since Anna Nicole Smith and the battle that ensued for little Danny Lynn. Matt, great to see you tonight. You look much more relaxed than you normally do, which is appropriate, right? So where exactly are you tonight? Because you're not on the beach.
Yeah, we're not on the beach, Vinny. We're about 30 minutes from that, and we're here on Nassau Island. This is right here, the capital city, and the notorious Fox Hill Prison here behind me, the sign. You can see the barbed wire, maybe, the Bahamas flag there. I mean, this is where the notorious go. This is where anyone from minimum security to maximum, people beg to be extradited from here. You use a bucket in this facility. You don't get phone calls in this facility. And this is where this beauty pageant, soccer mom, self-proclaimed TikTok star, this mom to those boys, and also this Georgia mother is behind bars tonight. And she's been here since the 17th when she was arrested, Lindsay Shiver. And she was accused, as you heard there, of this murder for hire plot to kill her husband, her estranged husband, as they were going through this custody dispute and beginning this really messy divorce, and they had a vacation home here. Well, tomorrow is going to be a big day because finally she has been granted permission to post bail, $100,000. She's going to be 30 minutes from here, transported in a bus, and she's going to be taken to the local authority there, the local ministry, the police station, where she will be equipped with a bracelet, not like she's used to with Tiffany's, but it's going to be an ankle monitor where they're going to keep track of her. She has to check in 3 times a week, Vinny. And then the next day, she and her co-conspirators will be next door to the courthouse that's connected, and they will be there, required to be there for a status hearing, Vinny.
So, okay, so she's got to stay there. She gets out, she's got to stay in the box. She's not from there, right? They had a vacation home there. So do we know, like, where she's going to go? Like, where she's going to stay?
Right, so she's used to million-dollar mansions there in Thomasville, Georgia. I mean, we shot video there earlier today, Court TV did. And we also hopped on a plane and we came here to the Bahama Islands. And, you know, she has a multi-million-dollar vacation home that she shared with Robert. I'm hearing through my sources that it was the family home, his family. So she's probably not going to be staying there, number one, because she's probably not welcome. Number 2, because she has to check in with authorities here on this particular island every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And her co-conspirators will have to do that as well, alleged co-conspirators. But there's also video that we have of her being arrested and then walk through one of the airports. And this former beauty queen just can't help it, but she is smirking in that video, Vinny.
We're taking a look at it right now. I can't imagine why you would be. Your life is turned upside down. You have 3 little boys in the United States. You're accused of trying to murder their father. I don't understand why you'd be smirking and smiling through all that. Makes no sense to me. There she is. What do we really know about Lindsay and her background?
Well, right. So she was estranged from her husband. He hires a private investigator to look into what she's up to when she's not home in Georgia at the beginnings of their what has become a messy divorce and the early proceedings of that. So she's here in the Bahamas. She's hanging out on a different island where they have their multi-million-dollar vacation home. And that is also on the same island where her alleged lover happens to work at Grabber's Bar there. And there was a situation that happened at the bar where there was a robbery. He was being questioned. Authorities grabbed his phone. And if you know anyone that travels internationally, they use an app called WhatsApp. So they look into his phone, the WhatsApp. They find messages between the two co-conspirators alleged and Lindsay. And she's sending pictures of Robert, her husband. She's also writing a message that, quote, says, this is according to authorities here in the Bahamas, that says, kill him. So that's what leads ultimately to the arrest, because authorities question her about it. And we're hearing through our sourcing that the reason why she's behind bars is that she admits to sending those text messages, which leads to the charges. And that leads to today where we are.
I'm trying to think of the explanation for that, the innocent explanation. Can't think of it right now. A defense attorney somewhere will come up with something, I'm sure. So you mentioned these other two.
Those defense attorneys here on the island, they are saying that it was all just tongue-in-cheek, that no one intended to hurt anybody. So that's the reason why these alleged co-conspirators were all smiles as they've been arrested. And when they've ever been approached by media, they said it was all a joke. So anyways, yeah.
Yeah,
so
well,
that's their defense at this
it would be a
moment.
joke if it was like between her and her lover, but there's like a third wheel in the whole plot, which would be the supposed potential hitman in all this, who was a suspect in something else. So I think that might be the problem there with that, but we'll see. So what else do we know about these other suspects? One of them is the man that she's allegedly having the affair with that causes all the problems with the marriage.
Right, so that's the guy, 28 years old, and that is Terrence Bethel. He's the one that was working at that local bar where the PI hired by Robert was taking pictures of the two together. And then apparently the PI approached this man and asked about whether or not they were having an affair, and he admitted to it. That's according to our sources. And then the other guy is an aspiring rapper here on the island, an associate of his, a friend. He goes by the name of Farron Newbold. So that's part of his defense as well. You know, I'm an aspiring rapper. I have no idea why anyone would implicate me with any wrongdoing or crimes. I want to be famous one day, and I want to be a rapper. Why would I get involved with a murder? So that's what we know about these guys. So they're already out on $20,000 bail, by the way.
Yeah, I'm looking at the pictures, and my understanding is the one on the left of the screen with the baseball hat backwards is the lover, alleged lover. And the one with the dreamy green eyes on the right and the earring and the sunglasses is the aspiring rapper?
Yep.
Dreamy, yes.
Yeah.
Maybe that's his name.
Yeah, that should be MC Dreamy. Okay. Also could be the hitman, allegedly, in all this. Okay. Let's talk about Robert. And he is the victim in all of this. One thing, I don't know if it surprised me or didn't surprise me, but he really didn't have an objection to the woman who allegedly was trying to get him killed getting out on bond, his estranged wife.
Right, so, he gave authorities the go-ahead to allow those two guys to get bond for $20,000, and then hers is quite higher, $100,000. She hasn't done it quite yet. Today is Emancipation Day. It's a national holiday in the Bahamas. So tomorrow is the court date where she's expected to post bail and then be out with her ankle monitor. And then the next day, all three are going to be in court for their first appearance. But what we know about Robert is, I mean, it was by all accounts a fairy tale. It was a love story. He was a football player there in Auburn University, and she was a cheerleader there. The two fell in love on campus. Cut to, they have several little boys. They have vacation homes. They're living the dream. They're flying out on private jets. She was a cheerleader. She was a beauty queen. She really was loving mom life. She called herself the soccer mom on TikTok. And then he got into insurance,
Soccer
and he was
killer
quite
mom.
passionate about it after he retired from the NFL. In fact, we found a clip of him speaking about it. Take a listen.
You can choose to do a lot of things in life, but I think what's important is surrounding yourself with like-minded people and positive people.
Okay, so there you have it. This guy that, by all accounts, is the good guy in all of this because he doesn't want the mother of his children to stay at this place where, again, it is just notorious
It's
for
not
the worst of the
America.
worst. People beg to be extradited from here.
So I'm letting the siren just go past there. So how is the story playing? Yeah, how's the story playing locally down there? Like, we know this thing is
gotta be
blowing
big.
up in the United States.
Hit plot on an
They're
American
from Georgia.
NFL retired
How
football
is it
player.
playing down there? Are they cognizant of the immense interest that is growing in this story about this American couple down in the Bahamas?
Well, everyone here at the Fox Hill prison, they're definitely following it pretty closely. They told us that much
They gave her 2
when
buckets.
they asked us nicely not to shoot on their property. But everybody else that we are talking to, they ask us if we are here, if we're a film crew filming a movie, and then we tell them, no, we're with the media, and we say that we're with Court TV. They watch you, Vinny, and then they say, let me guess which case, and they mention her name. So everybody's following it pretty closely.
Yeah, it's a big one.
All right, so tomorrow is the hearing. So tomorrow she should be free?
Well, tomorrow is the day where we're expecting to see her in the ministry in the local police station in downtown near the cruise ship area. So that's about 30 minutes away. She's going to be bused there, and then she's going to post bail, and then she's going to be fitted with the ankle monitor. So that's tomorrow. And then Wednesday, all three are expected to be in court for the status hearing. So the love triangle is going to be back together here in the Bahamas on Wednesday.
And I'm wondering, you know, a lot of times in the United States, a condition of release might be that co-defendants can't communicate with one another. And I'm wondering what the status is of the relationship.
Well, I'm going to ask when I'm there. I'm going to ask. And, you know, I'm going to also pay attention if she's looking over at Dreamy Eyes and the other guy. You know, maybe doing some Morse code with winking. I don't know. We're investigating, Vinny. We're going to stay on top of the story for you.
All right. Matt Johnson in Nassau.
There we go.
In the Bahamas tonight, working hard for us. We will speak again tomorrow because huge developments tomorrow. We'll see what more
guys,
information
we'll go
we
ahead
can
and
find
talk
out. Thanks so
about this
much,
one.
Matt Johnson. All right.
Pause that there. What do you guys think about that? Fairy tale meeting. 2 people meeting in college. 2 athletes. Auburn University. Cheerleader, football player. Starting to date, gets married, 13 years of marriage. And it goes so bad that she has to plan, not get divorced, plan just to put him out by a hitman hired by the man she's cheating on in the Bahamas. And the hitman they hire, I guess a rapper known there in the Bahamas as a rapper. But he's saying he wants to be famous. Why will I put something bad out there? Got to get the money to make yourself a rapper, okay? But the thing is, you know, guys, here we go again. A plot to murder, hired out in the Bahamas, taking out an NFL ex-football player who seems to be a good guy. She's just spending up the money, the wealth of his family and the wealth of him. 28 years old Terrence is the boyfriend alleged there in the Bahamas at the tiki bar that Robert hired a private investigator to go there and just to see exactly what it is and why she keeps taking these trips down to the Bahamas to his family's home. Okay, his family's. And now you have to remember this. Who suffers the most? Guys, who suffers the most into something like this? Of course, it's Robert, because he has to have in his mind now, oh my God, this woman who I fell in love with, the mother of my kids, wants to kill me, not divorce me, but kill my ass, man. Put me out, shoot me down, hiring people to come after me. And now the kids, 3 boys, will have to know for the rest of their lives that their mom tried to kill their dad. That's the most important thing. The kids need a mother, the kids need a father, just like we just heard on the video. But now they have to go and know the rest of their life and how they're going to cope with this and how they're going to adapt with this in life, that their mom allegedly tried to kill their dad by hiring hitmen. And there ain't no alleged crap. They have it. She said, kill him. And now she wants to come home for the holidays. She wants to see her child. They have her out on a bail. They have her out on a bracelet, on a GPS monitoring device. I mean, how's this going to go, guys? Hit it up. Johnny Guns Investigates. Hit the like, subscribe. Let's comment about this. This girl should go down. She may not be the killer, but she's the murderer because she's hiring somebody to murder their kids. And then she's in a jail. If she's in that jail, that's she's in. It's not like here, man. You're pissing and going in a bucket. It's disgusting. I mean, I could just imagine how it is. And then, Gratefers is the bar where she was going every night and drinking and meeting this Terrence, the 28-year-old, an affair that she was having with the 28-year-old. Just things just went bad. I mean, here you have such a good marriage, living a life of luxury, beautiful $2.5 million home, vacation homes, flying around in private jets, and this is how it winds up. Unbelievable story, guys. This one's going to go a long way because it's a big story in the Bahamas. Even everybody knows what's going on there. 2 Americans, an NFL football player. My God, NFL ex-football player trying to be taken out by his wife. Unbelievable. But now we have the hitmen and the 28-year-old terrorist getting ready to be released also out on bond as well. So they're all going to be out and going back into court to seeing where this is going to go. So, guys, let's talk about this one. Let me know what you think. I mean, we have Robert, a family man, trying to do whatever he can for his family. This woman's out there spending it up, man, just spending money, gambling, and flying to the Bahamas all the time to see this guy that she has a secret affair with. And she's not only cheating on Robert, she's cheating on her family. And that hurts a lot of people, as we all know. Okay, guys, Johnny Guns Investigate coming to you guys tonight on a Wednesday, December 27th. Hope you guys enjoyed the video from our Court TV. Is a great video to watch. They come out, they hit hard, he doesn't hold back, and they share the news. This is in your face news, guys. Everything that's out there comes right to the table. We're going to put it out there. We're going to keep following this case because it's a big one. It's a big, high profile case in the Bahamas right now because you got 2 Americans, all this money, hitman for hire, the rapping hitman, buddy. They hired a rapper, allegedly. He's saying there's no way in hell he was hired for that, but it's all on the phones. So let's see how this one plays out, guys. Johnny Guns Investigates, Wednesday, December 27th, guys. Hit the like, subscribe. Let's have a great night. And guys, remember, the one thing we have to do out there, be safe out there, guys. You guys have a great night and enjoy. And I'll see you again tomorrow.